Right. Okay, thank you, Otto Sensei. I came in about halfway through the class. It looked great, like I wasn't training because I've just got back from my vaccine. I had my vaccine today. So, thank you, Simon. Simon's happy for me. Okay, guys, let's start. Everyone's happy for me. Okay, so left hand out, guys. Left hand out. Slowly punching Chokuzuki. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kum, jo. Okay, spin pa. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Look! Shit! Hutch! Go! Jump! Relax. Okay, feet go. And slowly, my getty. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Look! Shit! Hutch! Kum, jo. Okay, good. Okay, feet together, spin power, guys. My getty. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, look, shit, hutch, go, jo. Okay, everybody warm, ready for action? Thumbs up for a few people. Excellent. Okay. So I taught a couple of weeks ago a bunkai kind of a seminar, and I touched a little bit about breathing. Thursday when I was teaching online, a little bit about breathing as well. I'm kind of just going to that's what's in my mind recently. So we're kind of going to do a little bit about breathing, and also more importantly how to kind of make your technique kind of almost dictated by the breath rather than some sort of other superficial elements. Okay. So first and foremost, left hand out. Okay. All I want you to do is breathe in and out on the breath, yeah? So, like we're not going to count, so when you punch 10 times, like I'm going to verbalize my breath, but obviously in reality you wouldn't do that, but just this thing, yeah? So you're breathing in, then you're slowly allowing it to go out before you rapidly go out. So this thing. Understand? Okay, try 10 times, guys, no count, off you go. Nice, relax. Breathing in. Start to breathe out, then rapidly out as you do the technique. Try, unlike me, try not to verbalize the breath. Just try to do it silently as you can. Then Benjamin, you're probably hyperventilating. You're either not doing as I ask or you're hyperventilating if you're punching that fast. Punch fast, but relax. This thing, yeah? Okay, Yame, good. Okay, so guys, what I really want you to think about is like your breath is first, your technique is second. So start with, like when you breathe in, everything comes up. When you breathe out, everything relaxes. I mean, literally we say kind of breathe, take a deep breath and then breathe out to relax you. Like this is one of the things that you do to relax yourself, yeah? So I want you to kind of I don't want you to kind of start your breath and your technique at the same time. I want you to start your out breath slowly and then rapidly increase your out breath as your technique starts. So this thing. So literally you've got no tension, no kind of anticipation on the initiation of your technique. Understand? Yes. Okay, 10 more times. Go for it, guys. 10 more times. No count. Then Alex K, make sure you're starting your out breath before you start your technique. Out breath first, then technique, not the same time. Then AJ, all I can see is the black silhouette of you. You've become a ninja since I last saw you. Today you're AJ because there's another Alex. Oh Jesus, put that back, Alex. Just take it off. Alex, I'll be back. Okay, Yame, good. Perfection has been reached, or I've been distracted by Alexander Best taking his top off. I'm not too sure which. Okay, next, guys. All I want you to do is, again, we'll go from Shizentai. I want you to kind of get that compression of your abdomen. So hands in front of you. This thing, yeah? this thing. So all you're doing, taking the in-breath, deflating, then rapidly deflating. This thing. Understand? Only knee lift, knee to your hand. Okay, go for it.
Sensei, am I seeing you go in on the nose and out on the mouth?
Yeah, but this is not necessarily the most important thing. Like, especially if you've got my nose, you can I'm just taking advantage of my ability to breathe through my nose. Most of the time I can't. But also I can verbalize it a lot better.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, Sensei.
So just this compression, guys. That feeling, yeah, that's all. So the focus is on that initiation, that knee lift, that tight compression. And all you try and develop is that pulse, that ability to pulse from your core. Pulse from your core. Don't try to put any kind of kime into it, just put that kind of twitch then relaxation, twitch then relaxation. Okay, good. Okay, just one more point, guys. When you do this, don't crumple your body. That's really super important, yeah? It's really super important that you have that ability to compress your abdomen without it leading to any other kind of compression. You're just kind of bringing your knee up, but in that kind of twitch-like manner, yeah? Okay, next, guys, next. Exactly same breath, then relaxation, twitch, then relaxation, but let the kick fly. So this, that feeling, yeah? That feeling. So you're, then relax. So you're not actually putting effort into the last 50% of the kick, only the initial 50% of the kick. Understand? Okay, don't worry about knee to hand, just let it fly to my game. Okay, go for it. Then Peter Van Gils, really don't be focusing on the end now. Focus only on the initiation, only on the start. Fast twitch, yeah? Richard, Hubby, get your knee up higher. Don't worry about kicking high, just get your knee up higher. Then Josh, Denny, Josh, you're doing the same thing. Okay, yame. So guys, this sometimes happens, right? This sometimes happens is that, like when I give, or whenever you, not me giving you a kind of exercise, but whenever you do an exercise, you'll focus on that exercise, right? And so if I say, okay, I want you to just kind of get that compression, knee up, but then everyone's doing that really nicely, yeah? I mean, you're just doing it with Otto Sensei, that sense of grabbing, boom, here's again, feeling, like everyone can do that really nicely. But then when I say, okay, now do Maegeri, then the focus becomes something else. Now the focus is on that bit there, that end bit. And so you're like that, and you're sticking the attention into the last 20, 30% of the kick. No. Like if you think about kicking, who shall we kick today? Roo! Okay, you think about kicking Roo, then I'm not going to kick him here. Like this is, he would be happy at this, right? Because like this point here, my technique is fairly weak. If I was going to kick him, then I would take that kind of like little bit of movement forward and hit him in that middle third part. Like really, boom, that's going to go through him, right? But that is me reaching, me leaning, me having to kind of take every ounce of power out of the kick just to create distance. And that's where a lot of you are putting power into. That's where a lot of you are putting the attention in. So I want you to think about that compression. So as if you were kind of hizageri. Think about that compression and then relax afterwards. Compress, relax into the kick. This. Understand? And then the kick, the focus is at the beginning of the kick, not the end. Okay, one more time, guys, try. Matthew, can you just, hang on, I've muted you, it's fine. Okay. Then, Saskia, try not to make it about this, yeah? Try to isolate your upper body. So it's just your abdomen squeeze. And really, your upper body's not being affected by the kick. Okay, that's really important. Then Laura, as quick as you can, like what you're doing is you're a little bit swaying to the side when you kick. You're swaying to the side. What you want to try to do is hold that form. Hold that form for the brief moment that your leg is off the ground. You're not swaying side to side. Yeah, like this. So this kind of comes from a twitching your stomach and making sure that the elevation, the lifting of the knee is fast, and then relaxation afterwards. If the lifting of the knee is fast, then the relaxation afterwards is going to be fast as well, yeah? Okay, good. Okay, let's go from Shizenta, let's go spinning power, yeah? So when I count, breathe out. This thing, but just letting it fly. Okay, let's try, yoi. Spinning power by count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, cool, done. Relax. And shake loose. Good. Everybody understand? Everybody good? Okay, so I'll keep on reinforcing it. Don't be focusing on the second part of the technique. Only focus on the first half of the technique and make sure that first half is initiated by the breath, by a strong contraction of the breath. Okay? Okay, good. Okay, next one, guys. Shizentai. So, left hand out. So again, breathing in. And what we're going to do is a little bit cut your hips like Hamni, Shomin. You understand? So all you're doing is like Kizamazuki, Gakuzuki. We're going to change hand in a minute, but Kizamazuki right hand, Gakuzuki left hand. Do that a couple of times, you can change hand. And again, Hamni, Shomin. Rotation, rotation. Okay, give that a go, guys, but make it about your breath, breath. Don't hold your breath. Initiate with your breath. Then, guys, I'm sure most of you are capable of punching faster. You don't need to punch fast. I want you to kind of develop that breath. So if that means punching, like not punching slowly, but the timing of your punches are slower, that's fine. You don't have to go 1, 2. You can go 1, 2. 2 fast punches, but make the timing focus around your breath. This is too much. Okay. Then Simon, a little bit more sit down in your stance, so you can get, like, you're rotating your hips nicely, but it's rocking your foundation. You've got to sink into that hip, This is just as much a stance as anything else, yeah? Don't be on your stance, be in your stance, as Simon Bligh Sensei is fond of saying. Good. Everybody understand? Yeah, I'm kind of rushing through these drills because well, we've got limited time anyway, but also kind of the fairly basic, yeah? I don't want to move on to a little bit more interesting stuff. But if you've got any questions, just jump in at any time. Okay, let's try, guys. Let's try. Left hand forward. Okay, by count. Still try to time that breath. Okay, yeah. Ni. San. Shi. And go. Okay, change hand. Rock. Shift. Ha! Go! Go! Ay, yummy. Ah, you Sunday. It's good. Okay, we're going to do one more. Sorry? Yes? No? No. No questions? Okay, good. Okay, guys, we're going to do one more.
Yes.
One more.
Oh, Sensei.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Sorry. Okay. Do you remember when we were in Japan, but the group, and we used our tongue at, I don't know how it's
Top roof of the mouth, yeah.
Yeah, and we inhaled that sort of techniques, and with the technique right now, my 2 assistants were pulling their shoulders up.
Mm-hmm.
And I always breathe inwards with my belly relaxed to the front, Is that okay for you, or how do you do that, Scott?
Yeah, like there's two basic ways to breathe: ibuki breathing and nogara breathing. I think ultimately this is a little bit like there's two ways to punch, like oizuki and gakuzuki. They're just basic training mechanisms, and but basically one is nogara breathing, which is probably the best. Ibuki breathing would be characteristic of goju-ryu, where and there's tension right the way through. Whereas nogara breathing is much more kind of aligned with what we do, which is that kind of much more softer and then tension towards the end, relaxation. And that nogara breathing has your tongue at the roof of your mouth. And it's a basic meditation position as well, yoga breathing position. But what I would say is that natural breathing trumps everything else. Like unlike other karate things, Maegeri, Zenko Tadachi, Agyuke, breathing is something that we're always practicing. And so you're kind of good at it. So what I would say is, like, if you're naturally breathing and still managing to synchronize your technique with your breath, then do it that way. And ibuki breathing, nogara breathing is just a way of kind of trying to give you some signposts of understanding. But what you should be doing, of course, with this is kind of abdomen breathing. So when you're breathing out, when you're breathing in, you're expanding. This thing, yeah. So it's your belly. It's certainly not your. This is anxiety breathing, right?
Yes.
So it's much more this relaxed. This thing, yeah. This thing, yeah. Okay.
To do that, there are no more hiccups.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Let's just try. Now, I know some people have a lot of room, some people have a little bit of room, but we're just going to do Maege or Yuzuki. Okay, so from here, left leg forward and right. Okay. Okay. So right leg, right hand, step forward, Maege or Yuzuki. Okay. Then depending on your room, you can continue step forward, or you can just step back in umbrella. Okay, then left side, knee, san, shi, and back. Okay, so breathing in, out, this thing, yeah? Okay, try it, knee, and back, san, and back. And she, and back. One more, and go. Okay, good, yame. So, guys, a couple of things. Firstly, that initial breath, that initial tension of your out breath is to get your knee up, not to kick. The kick is a relaxation. So you're initially, the first out breath is that. The second out breath is that. Driving into stance. So from here, this thing, that feeling. So you have relaxation afterwards. This thing. Understand? Okay, try guys, a couple of times, give it a go. Any questions, just give it a go. Any questions, just ask. Yes.
Between the migraine and the oizuki, do you take a short inhale or is it a double?
Double out.
Was
That thing, yeah? Okay, yame, guys, just watch. So Bjorn just asked it, but I can see quite a few people doing it. Then it's not like where you're going out, in, out. It's just, of course, in, then slowly out, then fast, relax, fast. This. And the quicker you can get those two techniques together, the better, yeah? Like the thing is, if you put, like I can see a lot of people who are, and you're putting an out breath at the end of the kick. Well, as we've already discussed, the end of the kick is the end. It's finished. Even after the last 10, 20, 30% of the kick, it's finished. So to put your breath there is a waste of time, most of the time. Okay, so I want you to have relaxation there, because it's just going to snap and come back, and then you're going to be ready for the punch. So try to have this, and then this punch becomes a lot faster. So from this point, it's kind of much more this feeling of this feeling, yeah. In reality, like, you know, you're not going to, if you're going to kind of kick, punch, then it's going to be fast. Like, especially if you're kicking at this distance, yeah, you're kind of 1-2 feeling, yeah. You're going to do dong feeling, yeah. Not it's either worked or he's blocking and he's hit you. So you have to have this feeling. You understand? Okay, so try to kind of tempo that with your breath. Okay, 1 more minute, guys, then we're moving on. Faster, Bjorn, faster. Let that punch fly faster. Then, Suzette, same leg, same hand. Right leg, right hand, not Gakuzuki. Maegeri Oizuki. Then Matthew, back leg kick on that Oizuki, yeah? Okay, Yame. Guys, we'll do it one more time, spin power. Just, guys, like this initiation of the technique is what I'm trying to really get you to focus on. We're not, like again, so often when we do Kihon, we focus on the end bit, that, like, you know, the shape of the technique, We're focusing on these things that are by that point just a ghost of what you've just done. Like, don't focus on the shape of the technique, focus on the initiation. And so, if I'm going to kick Maegeri, then all of us, like, if you're kind of preparing and then trying to kick that in, then it's the shape of the Maegeri that's important, rather than how fast can I initiate it. This thing, yeah? This thing. Like, too many people are focused on that, rather than... Do you understand? Yes. Yeah, just tempo it with your breath, and then all of a sudden, it's a. That's creating the kick. Do you understand? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So, guys, one more time from Giramrai. We'll do it by count for this thing. Yeah. This thing. Okay, use your breath to initiate it. Okay, by count, guys, you're in. Okay, you're in. Evelina, try to keep the same height though, yeah? Too much up and down. One more. Then Silva and Aaron, faster. Don. Hunch. Oh yeah, that's better, guys. Well done. Come on. Come. Last one. Job. Yummy. Relax. Alexander, you look like a Russian presidential kind of calendar. Trying to be professional, and all I can think is Putin.
He's the sexy Putin.
Oh, he's running away. Okay. Well, it is Holland after all. This. Okay, guys. So, like, we've been focused only on like front abs, yeah. let's try our obliques. Our obliques. That's why we keep Rue, because he knows that word. Okay, so all I want you to do, like a little bit of your abs here, but your obliques as well, just have that feeling. That feeling, yeah? Okay, just try that fast twitch, Mawashigeri prep. Okay, give it a go, guys. Try both sides, yeah? Try both sides. Don't have your knee coming forward, have your knee coming to the side. So it's only your obliques that you're using, yeah? Only your obliques, this, so you're hitting this point, yeah? Then Laura, really try to crunch the side of your body together, yeah? Yeah, like not your, like I'm probably emphasizing with my head. Try to keep your head still and just try to hit it without it kind of affecting your head. Come on, Josh, I'm watching you. Do it. Josh, fast. Boom! Squeeze, squeeze. That's it. Yeah, good, Peter. Yeah. Then Alex, don't twist your body. Don't like this hand is kind of coming in. Yeah. Try not to twist so much. Yeah. Keep showman. Keeps hips square. You too, Khan. Relax your upper body. Your opposite hand is coming round. Yeah. Think this guard. This is coming up, but this hand is not coming round. Yeah. Okay, both sides, guys. Both sides. Yeah. Okay, good. So, okay, let's try. So nice and relaxed. This is the initiation. Moshigeri, step round. Moshigeri and bound. Feeling. Understand? Okay, a couple of times, guys. Moshigeri. Just try and put that breath into it. Then Saskia, relax your upper body. Try not to initiate it with your upper body. Initiate it with your breath. Then HDKI NL and maybe Auto Sensei is telling you this, but don't like all three of you are kind of moving with your upper body, yeah? Upper body is relaxed through the process. Upper body doesn't really kind of play a role, yeah? You might need it for something, yeah? Like blocking, punching, doing something, yeah? Okay, Yame. Okay, guys, just watch, yeah? Then, like a lot of people have, over the years, of course, kind of elongated Mawashigeri. I mean, like the very name, Mawashimasu. This means to revolve, to go round, to turn, basically, yeah? So there's no sense of any straight movement, any linear movement. Then, of course, you know, Mawashigeri is fairly unique to Shotokan. I mean, not now, of course, but like back in the day, Mawashigeri and Yokogeri Kyagi is like basically the Shotokan kicks. And so, like, not many other styles used it. But nowadays, everyone uses it, but uses it kind of, certainly in competition, kind of incorrectly. Not incorrectly, because it works, but like, so like, for example, in competition, if it wasn't just target, but like, this is kind of Mawashigeri distance. And so you're kind of going straight, and you're just trying to kind of elongate that kick. You're elongating that kick to kind of a straight, kind of scoring ippon 3 points, you know, Bob's your uncle kind of thing, right? But ultimately, the focus is right at the end. This is loose, this is loose, this is loose, and then it becomes a flick to score. And then that has kind of percolated through Kihon and basic training. Whereas in reality, kind of Mawashigeri, you know, Mawashigeri is a much more short range kick. Like we talked about before, but like even like this kind of distance where you're kind of kicking. You know, where something, you know, like even like something like this, and you're kind of kicking round this feeling. Because you literally can't kick. You can't kick straight, so you come round feeling. So you have to have that kind of preparation, that ability to squeeze and then kind of come round at this position. Do you understand? Yeah? So in that case, this compression is important. This feeling is important, where you're, and then the second kind of out-breath tension is really much more based on whether you hit someone. We'll talk about this in a minute, about shime. But really, ultimately, if I wasn't really demonstrating breath, there would be no real hard breath. It'd be, and then afterwards, relaxation. So I'd relax. Relax. So I'm actually relaxing on the extension of the kick. Same with maigeri. And then relax afterwards. Not, this is too much. Or worse, relax at the end. Do you understand? I'm purposely doing bad technique to hope you understand. Okay, try guys, try just more washigeri. But the initiation by the breath. Try to reduce that upper body movement, yeah? Initiating with the breath. Evelina, you're rotating first and opening and then kicking. Try like you're young and flexible, so try as much as possible to maintain this kind of showman position on the preparation. And then only as your legs start, then you can dig your hip into it. Ah, still too early, still too early. Evelina, try practicing without even rotating your hip, depending on your flexibility, depending on your hip flexibility and your ankle flexibility, but try not going beyond showman, rather than always consistently rotating into it. It's good to practice that spectrum. Okay, Ame, good. Guys, any questions? Everybody understand? I'll give you 10 seconds. If you got any questions, just ask. Everybody good? Yep. Okay. So what I would say, like I'm just saying to Evelina was doing it, but she's not the only one. Quite a few of you are doing it, where you are naturally making that shape. So for example, classic maigeri. Classic maigeri is that kind of maximum stretch, and you're kind of hitting that point, right? Now we know that we wouldn't necessarily do that, but there's plenty of pictures of people doing that with, people at the end of the foot doing this kind of action, yeah? We've all seen that, yeah? But that's, I think we're limited by our ankle flexibility, hip flexor flexibility, that we know that that's just kind of too extreme. So we don't practice that so much. But ultimately, Mawashigeri is so often seen in that kind of full extension completely round this way, yeah? Now, that's kind of easy to do, yeah? We can rotate, we can pivot on our foot. Flexibility-wise, it's not that difficult for most people. And so that's the go-to thing. But it's really important that we kind of practice the spectrum. And so sometimes kind of kicking without rotating your hip, you're still kind of getting that that obliques and abdominal muscles to kind of get that limb forward, and then you're kind of using your support leg to dig the weight in. Like, of course, the more you rotate, the more range you can put body mass in. But ultimately, whether you move 1 millimeter or 10 centimeters in terms of rotation, it's the same amount of body mass. You're not going to increase body mass as you rotate through that arc. It's not mass times... Go on, Con.
Scott.
Yes.
I remember a training from a Japanese sensei who asked us to do moshigiri without pivoting the front foot.
Yeah.
And I kind of now understand that he was actually looking for us to do what you were more or less explaining now, I think.
Yeah.
Because without extending the full moshigiri, which is not possible without moving your front foot, you're forced to stay more or less in place and make a short moshigiri.
Yeah. Yeah.
So rotating the front foot is actually not really helping in this case.
Yeah, I think in terms of rotating the supporting foot, you should think about that in terms of how much you would step forward. Like for example, you know, we're practicing Orozuki or uppercut, or we're practicing Tateken, or we're practicing Gakuzuki, or we're practicing Oizuki, or we're practicing Kizamazuki. Like these are all just the same technique within a spectrum of distance. And depending on what that spectrum is, depends on how you adjust that foot. So like for example, you know, like my front foot for Orozuki is not moving at all. Or for Tateken or Gakuzuki. But for example, for Kurozuki I start to move. For Oizuki I move a lot. For Oikizamazuki I move even more. So that's just kind of trying to maximize the distance. And Mawashigeri is the same. If someone's here, boom, I'm going to kick. If they're a little bit further, maybe I'm going to rotate a little bit more. If they're a little bit further, I have to rotate more. If they're really far away, I have to rotate a lot. It's the same kick in a different spectrum. And every single time, it's your breath that initiates it. Okay? Understand? Okay, good. Let's go back to just practicing more shigeri then, guys. Okay, so Yoi, because I'm going to force you, like Gordon Sensei says, I'm going to force you not to step forward, which will limit the amount that you're going to rotate your hip. So I want you to kick and step back. Like we practice this quite a lot in this dojo, yeah? Kicking, stepping back. Okay, try it. 2, 3, 4, go. One more, no. Okay, change leg. Richard, Mawashigeri though, Mawashigeri, roundhouse kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Come on, Benjamin. Rock. Okay, Yame. We're going to do that a couple more times. I want you to just think though, how many times, like some people look a little bit awkward doing that, how many times do you practice Maigeri stepping back? Maigeri stepping back we practice all the time. Okay, if we practice that, why aren't we practicing Mawashigeri stepping back? Mawashigeri stepping back, yeah? If you've got the skill set to kick Maigeri within a spectrum of distance, you should have the skill set to kick Mawashigeri within that same spectrum. Understand? Okay, so think about that. Second thing, breath. That's what we're doing, yeah? So initiate it. It's not putting the effort at the end, it's putting the effort at the beginning. This thing, yeah? This thing. Okay, let's try 5 more each side. Okay, actually we'll do no count, guys, because I want to focus on the breath. So no count. 5 times, change leg 5 times. Okay, off you go. Try to isolate your upper body. Don't use your upper body as a pulling arm. Okay, good. Okay, Yame. Then of course with that you have to be very careful, of course. You don't want to, if you've got the flexibility, great. If you don't have the flexibility, you sometimes have to release your foot, your supporting leg, just so you don't put too much pressure on your knee. Of course, you know your body. All I'm trying to do is give you kind of a sense of what's possible with kind of like nice flexibility, etc. So just be careful with things like that. Okay? Bjorn. Yes.
Yeah. When you're doing the short range Mawashigeri, is it that a risk that you will stick your bum out just because it doesn't pivot on your foot?
Well, if you stick your bum out, yeah, but so really.
So you break your center line because you want to compensate.
Yeah, but like really, like. So like if I was gonna kind of punch Gakuzuki, then there's no real risk of me turning my bum out. So why should there be any sort of risk of putting sticking my bum out whilst by doing the same thing? I'm just doing the same thing. That's all. Now, if you lack the flexibility, yes, but that's same to be said about Gakuzuki. So some people have don't have maybe hip flexor flexibility. They'll push the hips forward, but their bum will stick out. And that's just about kind of building flexibility, that's all, yeah? So, and by training this way, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to work on flexibility. And
if you look at the Maigeri and you look at the short range, the Mawashigeri, it's quite similar to me, actually.
Yeah.
But you're doing just a little bit to the right, a lot higher up.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, because this is a ball and socket joint, there is really no difference between between Maigeri and Mawashigeri, except your femur has shifted. Maigeri, Mawashigeri. Maigeri, Mawashigeri. That's all it is. Yeah. And what's like super important is understanding that not only can you do that, but also you can then use your ball and socket joint to pull your knee across. Like normally when you do Maigeri, you're already at your maximum. There's no real place for that knee to go. But from here, there's a lot. This fitting. This is the Mawashigeri. Where you don't like from here, this is not really the Maigeri, there's very little left of it there. So using that to create the Mawashigeri. Understand? Simon, did you want to ask something or are you okay? Simon? Oh, hang on.
Okay. Sensei,
yeah,
just with that one, how do you train that shorter Mawashigeri without sort of injuring yourself? Is it because the kick doesn't sort of rotate all the way around, it's not as long a range, and it's safer to not have to pivot?
Yeah, so first of all, it is like knowing your body, taking your time, kind of like understanding what the spectrum of your flexibility is and working within that, and then slightly pushing it. If you try to kind of throw yourself kind of gung-ho into it, then of course you're working on the extremes of your flexibility, right? But same could be said with like yokogeri, when someone throws a yokogeri and they try to kick kind of high yokogeri, and they rip the inner thigh muscles, whatever. So you've got to understand your range of flexibility, know it, push it, work on it, try to increase that range, but not go stupidly beyond that. Okay?
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Leo? Yeah?
When you hit with Mawashigeri, what is the direction of your toe?
So,
Here or here? What is the better direction?
So, like it depends on your flexibility. Like, so if just for a second, just make an exception. So like I'm fairly flexible, right? I'm fairly flexible, so I can kind of kick down and in. So generally speaking, like that's kind of like like a hammer, donk, like a hammer dropping down onto the person. Like this is the extreme, right? Extreme is kind of coming down. I'll do it slowly. Donk, this fitting, right? However, this is like you have to make sure that you're like this is a function of flexibility. I'm fairly flexible in the hips, so I can do this. So my foot has to mirror the trajectory of my arc. So for example, I can go point slightly down, but if I'm coming up the way, if I'm coming like 45 degrees, but still kind of angling my foot slightly down, then my ankle will buckle. So if I'm coming this way, then of course my foot is the same arc, the same angle. Do you understand? So like if you think about a hammer, like wherever the hammer is coming, you don't want the head to be offline. And like you're gonna buckle so if it's coming this way, it's that way. If it's coming this way, it's this way. If it's coming upward, this way. But either way, you have to have that ability to be able to drop straight, 45 degrees. Make sure that foot is in line with the trajectory. Understand? That's one point. Second point is always don't practice Kihon like this. Kumite, it's fine. But like there's two ways to do something. Easy way, difficult way. Practice the difficult way. Always. Understand? Okay, good. Okay, last one, guys. Okay, couple more minutes left. So, yokogeri. So from here, just make kosudachi. All I want you to do is open. This fitting. So, this fitting. So, knee up. Don't make this classic shape. This is basic. I want you to squeeze your abductors. Fitting. So you're as wide as possible. Hip opening, knee up. Hit that mark. Understand? Fitting. Okay, try both ways. Only the knee lift. Let it fly, guys, let it fly. like really fast twitch, then try not to use your upper body. No flapping. Don't forget the breath. Breathing in, slowly out, fast out, feeling. Try not to use your hands. I can't see who it is. HDKI. Mr. Brown Belt, I can't see who it is, but don't use your upper body, Mr. Brown Belt. HDKI Netherlands. Then Laura, a little bit higher. Throw yourself into it. Throw your knee in, yeah? Like just throw your knee in, feeling. Okay, Yame, good. So guys, look, this is again the same initiation as the Maigeri, same as the Moashigeri, this time with the Yokogeri. Now, like this, like different, again, Yokogeri has different ranges, right? So if I was going to kick, like depending on the distance, but like if I'm going to kind of kick Yokogeri, then this. It's very difficult to control with relaxation. Sorry. Okay, you're this fitting, yeah? And just letting it fly. And this is kind of classic old style Yokogeri. This thing. Now, like a little bit kind of, you know, like my generation, or like, well, no, not my generation before, Kagawa Sensei, Osaka Sensei, then kind of elongates it even more. And so you'd have that feeling of this same, but this, and you're sending it out. So all of a sudden it becomes a whole lot longer, but still that initiation, that feeling. Do you understand? So short range is just that low kick, etc. Short range, but long range is that feeling. Understand? So always just try practicing both, but still that strong initiation. Okay, give it a go, guys. Couple of minutes. Try. Well, both. But it's that initiation, yeah? Alex, relax your upper body, yeah? You're a little bit, hey! Yeah. Then Reva, try not to take don't take a step up. Just go from that initial breath rather than inertia taking you half the way, yeah? So start from Kostach. Start from Kostach and relax your upper bodies, guys. Remember, it's the breath that's initiating it, not your kind of flailing of the hands. Yeah, that's it, Simon. Nice. Yeah, good. Okay, Yame. So, guys, what I really want you to get away from is this classic preparation for Yokogeri Kyagi, yeah? Ich, preparation, making the shape, knee kicking, yeah? I want that preparation to be in motion, not a shape. And not only I want it to be in motion, but I want it to be connected to the breath. So practicing this feeling. And then you have a choice after that, depending on the distance. You have a choice to just let it fly, and then it goes out, and you send it further out. And like that's just a function of distance, right? Just like function of Orozuki or Gakazuki or even Oizuki, just distance, or short range, long range, Moashigeri. Do you understand? But not a lot of people, you're going, right, the first thing I do is get into the position, and then I do the technique. No, that's not the position to do the technique. The position to do the technique is here. This is where the technique starts. You don't go, okay, I want to hit him, but first I must do this, and then I hit them. That doesn't happen, right? You just have to go, and you have to go from the breath. That feeling, yeah? Okay, 1 more minute, guys. Give it a go. Okay, yummy. Good. Okay, so, guys, last chance. Any questions? No? Oh, Matthew.
So does your supporting foot move at all on a Yokogiri Kyagi? Do you turn a bit?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like everything, right? Like there'll be like I know 2 instructors who shall not be named, and one of them insists that when you do Yokogiri Kyagi, your supporting foot must not move, and he says it with such authority and absolutism that he convinces everyone. And then I know another equally good, equally famous karate instructor who insists that when you do Yokogiri, you must pivot on the supporting foot and turn it. And he teaches it with such authority and such absolutism. Like, really, it doesn't matter. What does matter is that you don't pop your knee, that you don't pull a ligament. What really matters is that you hit your target, that you reach your target. And these are really important factors which will determine whether your foot moves or not. But let it be dictated to by your center, by how much you're projecting your tanden, your body mass, to the target. That might mean that you start to kind of pivot on the foot, or it might mean that you need to pivot on the foot just to facilitate your lack of flexibility in some areas, case by case. And that's fairly true about everything. Okay? Anything else?
So it's actually just the same as in the Mawashigari then, depending where the target is. Pivot on the foot further.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you only have to look at like the best person with the most range in terms of Mawashigari is Kagawa Sensei. Kagawa Sensei can be nose to somebody and kick them Mawashigari. And then, believe me, you can be so far away from him that you think, there's no way he can kick me with Mawashigari. Boom! And he gets you with it. Like the range that he can create with that Mawashigari is meters. It's amazing. So yeah, it'll all like that range. That range will determine how you use your supporting leg. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay, guys. So I think we're kind of almost out of time. So like, I just want to finish by saying like, there's sometimes that we've done one breath. So, for example, this for the punch, and your breath is at the start. That kind of like the mindfulness, the mindful breath is at the start. There's some where we've done 2 breaths, where, like, for example, Mawashigari, this feeling, and you've been kind of mindful about your breath both at the beginning and at the end. Then what I would say is that always you should have that mindful breath as you initiate your technique, followed by complete relaxation. And then impact, that tactile response, that limb hitting your target will cause a reaction that will create this shimmy in your stance, this closure of your stance, closure of your abdomen, pec, lat, wrist, everything, whatever technique you're doing, which will also create this mindful breath. So that kind of happens naturally by hitting things. What doesn't happen naturally is the initiation. So I'd really recommend that you only focus on the initiation when you're doing Kihon, followed by complete relaxation, or Kata, and then do the same thing but hit something regularly. If you hit something regularly, then for sure, you've got that natural shimmy, that closure of your body will happen. But it's that initiation, that start of your technique, the relaxation, go feeling, followed by relaxation that we really need to ingrain within our movement. Understand? Yeah, good. Okay, I think that's it. That's all I have to say today. Okay, so guys, feet together, hands by side. Okay, 礼、おーす。